Hey sweet friends, and welcome to this week's What's for Dinner video. This week I'm going to be sharing 3 recipes with you that were really simple to put together and our family really enjoyed them. We're going to do sheet pan nachos, crock pot potato soup, and spiral dogs. So don't go anywhere and we'll get right to it. Our first recipe that we're going to make together is sheet pan nachos, and I got the inspiration for this meal from Jennifer over at Southern Mama Drama. I'll make sure to link her channel down in the description box. She does What's for Dinner videos every week as well, so I know you would enjoy checking out her channel if you haven't already. So there's a kid. I'm going to go ahead and get started by browning a pound of ground beef, and I'm just putting some salt and pepper on that. Let me take just a second and introduce myself to anybody who might be new coming across our channel for the first time. My name is Tiffany. We're so happy to have you here. Here on this channel, we are just a simple Southern family, living our life, living our adventure, and bringing you along. We do grocery hauls and What's for Dinners every week, as well as family vlogs and pregnancy update videos right now. So if any of that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell before you leave. We'd love to have you as part of the family. Alright, now I'm shredding up some cheese. I'm doing about 4 ounces of cheddar cheese and 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese. Y'all, why did I not put that grater on a plate? I made such a mess on the counter, and afterwards I was like, girl, you should have put it on a plate. Either way, we got our cheese shredded. Next up, I'm just going to start working on some of the toppings that we wanted for our nachos. You can use whatever toppings you want. I chose to chop up some red bell pepper. I also sliced some jalapeno, and I went ahead and sliced some avocado that I will top it with when we're finished. You're going to see me put a squeeze of lime juice on that avocado as well. 1, because it gives it really good flavor, and 2, because it helps keep it from turning brown. Now all that's left to do is layer everything on our sheet pan, and the trick to making these nachos so good is to do everything in 2 layers. So I'm going to do a layer of our tortilla chips and then half of all of our other things, and then repeat it. This ensures that all of your chips have all of the toppings on them. This is one of those recipes that's also very versatile and helps you please the whole family. So for example, if only half your family likes bell pepper, we'll only put it on half the nachos. I knew my family would like the bell pepper and the olives, so I put those over the whole thing, but I knew I was the only one who would want jalapeno, so I only put that on one end. This is a recipe that can easily be a crowd pleaser, and all on one sheet pan. Here I am, just go ahead and making that second layer of our chips and veggies and meat and cheese and all that good stuff. There's another kiddo coming to check it out. Everybody was getting hungry. This dish did come together very quick though, and Mama likes that. When I can get food on the table quick, that's my kind of meal. So here's our sheet pan before it went in the oven. I put it in the oven at 425 for about 8 to 10 minutes. And here it was on my plate after it came out. We just warmed everything up, melted that cheese. I topped mine with some salsa, sour cream, and avocado, and it was so good. Now we're going to make crock pot potato soup. Audrey's helping me out here. She just dumped in a bag of frozen hash browns. Y'all, this right here is a simple recipe. Now she's going to put in 1 can of cream of chicken soup. In go the seasonings, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. We're also going to put in half a cup of chopped onion. In that pot back there on the stove, I've been heating up our chicken broth. Now if you're using a can or a box or something like that, you don't have to heat it up. But I was using one of the Knorr concentrated chicken broths, so I needed to heat that in some warm water. So that's what that was, 4 cups of chicken broth going in. We're going to give this a good stir and cut it on low for about 5 hours. Then we'll come back and add just a few more ingredients. Here we are cutting that on low heat. Like I said, we're gonna let it go for about 5 hours and then we'll come back and add a few more things. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of cream cheese. We are using a cream cheese spread. I just think these melt really well when you use the cream cheese spread, so that's what we're doing. 3 tablespoons of that. We're also going to do 3 tablespoons of sour cream and about 1/4 cup of milk. All 3 of those things really just help make it into a nice creamy soup. Give that a good stir, put your lid back on and let it go for about another 45 minutes to an hour, then you're ready to serve. We had ours with some shredded cheddar cheese and some bacon bits on top and enjoyed it. Now we're going to make spiral dogs. When I mentioned this on my grocery haul, there was a lot of interest in it, so I'm excited to share this with you. We've done it a couple of times before, but it's been a while. So we are starting with our hot dogs, whatever hot dogs you prefer. We are using the Great Value uncured beef franks. I was teaching Audrey how to do this on this night. So all you do is hold your knife at an angle and twist your hot dog. You're just cutting into it maybe 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, not much, just enough that it opens up a little bit when it starts to cook. Here's a little bit of a better shot at how deep I was cutting into that hot dog. What that's going to do is when you start to cook it, it's going to allow the hot dog to open up and have a little bit more surface area. And so, I don't know, it just does something magical for these hot dogs, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get these on the grill. It has been so cold, and y'all, I am so ready for warm weather. And I don't know, I just had to put something on the grill and imagine that it was the middle of summertime. It did feel good standing next to that warm grill out in the freezing cold weather. Anyway, we're gonna cook these hot dogs, rotating a couple times as they cook, and then we will top them with some barbecue sauce. Here I am getting the barbecue sauce ready. I'm using some of the Sweet Baby Ray's hickory and brown sugar barbecue sauce. You're gonna wait until your hot dogs are almost finished cooking, and then we'll brush some of the barbecue sauce on top. Here you can see how those hot dogs have really opened up with that spiral cut into them. We're going to take that barbecue sauce, brush a pretty good layer of that over the top, and let it go for just a few more minutes, about 2-3 more minutes. You don't want to burn your barbecue sauce, but you definitely want to give it a minute to caramelize. I think spiral dogs are probably one of my kids' absolute favorite meals. They get so excited when I come in with that plate of hot dogs. Now you top yours however you want. I'm having mine with some spicy, I don't know what that is. How about spicy brown mustard, some red onion, and we've also got some chips and pickled turnips. Did you watch our pickled turnip video? If you haven't, make sure you go check it out. I'll link it in the description box. Thanks for watching. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.